Hi guys, this video is for those of you with a dog, especially with sound sensitivities and smoke detectors installed in your house. Now, maybe your smoke detectors have never gone off, but if they do go off or the battery goes low and they start making that beeping sound while you're gone, it can actually scare dogs that don't even have a problem with noises because they're just so loud. This video, I'm going to show you how you can teach your dog that strange noises that happen working up to the smoke detector are totally fine and nothing to worry about. When I work with dogs with sound sensitivities, I like to concentrate on three aspects of the noise. One, the volume. Most dogs will become fearful if they hear an extremely loud noise, like a smoke detector, but there are also other dogs that can become fearful if they hear a barely audible noise, and in fact the smoke detector does make this noise. If the batteries start running out, most smoke detectors make a little beeping noise to tell you to change the battery, and this actually can cause a fearful response in a lot of dogs. The second aspect is that the dog can't figure out where the noise is coming from. That can cause a fearful response in lots of dogs. It could also be the destination of where the noise is coming from. And the third aspect is that the dog is not expecting the sound to happen and that the sound startles the dog. If you were simply to press the button on the smoke detector and make the extremely loud noise, your dog could have an extremely fearful response. So I suggest playing training games where you break the steps up and the conditioning into small enough steps that your dog is having a positive emotional response each step of the way. Instead of using the smoke detector in the first step, I suggest using a phone or a computer where you can change the level of the volume of the noises that you're making. So I have just got the ringtones on my phone, and I'm going to play one of the ringtones at a very low volume, and I've got some treats ready, so I'm going to play the noise and then feed a treat. So for some dogs, they get more frightened of a sudden sharp sounding noise that starts and ends very quickly. So you can start with a longer noise. So choose a ringtone that goes on and on and on. So I've chosen this one. And then I'm going to feed my dog a treat. Play the noise, then feed a treat. If you had a dog that was extremely sound sensitive, you could get someone else to play the noise and you feed your dog a treat while you're at a distance from that person. You don't need to use a marker like a clicker because the noise is going to predict that you're going to feed a treat. Now I'm going to try a different noise. If your dog is comfortable, you can increase the volume and then play the game again. Good job, Boo-Boo. The next step is working on the second aspect of the noise, the destination. It's easier if you have a helper. They can walk around the room playing the noise as you feed the dog. Then, when your dog is successful with that and not showing fear or startle, you can have that person leave the room, play the noise, and come back. And play the noise from different rooms in the house. Then you can move your dog to different rooms and have the person move into other rooms and play different noises on their phone or the computer. During the initial training, you want to make the noises very close together because this means the dog will find it very predictable that the noises are going to happen. So I wouldn't wait longer than 20 seconds to replay the noise because this is the final step. The final step is practicing this game with the dog and then waiting a couple of minutes and then playing the noise and then feeding a treat. Because this is another aspect that the dog can become fearful of if they're not predicting that the noise will happen. So you want to use noises that they've already had this training with to play randomly throughout the day. The reason that I don't like to use the smoke detector right off the bat is it's harder to control the volume. It's also harder to turn it on and off like you can with the phone and the computer. And if you go too far too quickly and your dog does have a fearful response, it's the noise that the smoke detector makes. Where if you made a mistake with your phone, then you could simply just not play that noise again. Then when your dog understands the concept of noises coming from different places, it's much easier to work on the one noise that you really want the dog to not have a fearful response to. Once you've had success with the noises from your phone or computer, you can move on to the smoke detector. I suggest wrapping it in a towel, and if you have a helper, it's much better because the helper can sit further away from the dog and work the smoke detector while you concentrate on feeding your dog after they hear the noise. So I've got the smoke detector under this towel. I'm going to press it and then feed my treat. Good job. Good girl. Depending on your dog, it might take quite a few training sessions to get to the point where you can play the smoke detector at full volume. Now, keep in mind this hurts a lot, so I don't suggest putting the smoke detector on for a long period of time because you're going to hurt your own ears and your dog's ears. So I'm going to play it and then feed a treat. Good job. Oh my goodness, that's loud. If you have a dog that finds toys extremely reinforcing, maybe even more than food, you can use toys as well with this game. So I've got the smoke detector in the towel, I've got the toy here, I'm going to press the smoke detector, and then I'm going to throw the toy, catch it, good girl, bring, good job, Wishy, ready? Put the toy back, are you ready? I'm going to make the noise, yeah, catch it, good girl. And you can play with your dog too to make it a fun game if they get a little bit weirded out by the noise. I'm gonna make the noise. Get it. Drop. Ready? I'm gonna make a noise. Get it. Good job, Wishy. Ready? I'm gonna make a noise. Catch it. Good girl, Wishy. Okay, now I'm gonna make it really loud, Wishy. Are you ready for Freddy? Woo! Yeah! Are you ready for Freddy? Woo! Catch it! Boom! Twirl. Ready? Catch it. Good. Spin. Catch it. Good girl, Wishy. You did so good. You did. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you'd like to support my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, there's a join button if you'd like to become a member of Channel Kikopup. Bye, guys.